Hello and welcome to this workshop on affirmations. Yes, you might be wondering what workshop on affirmation. So this is going to be a very short, basic details. We will be discussing about the affirmations, what it is not. So if you are live with me right now, or even if you are watching the recording, just go through it. And if you feel that it is not required, you can very well skip this session also. If you are already practicing affirmations and practicing for some time and getting results too. And if you are like in between somewhere, allow yourself to watch this video on 1.25 or 1.5x and just see. I am sure that you will get something of value which you can implement. You can fine tune your current affirmations to get the faster benefits. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin by as I said, the intention of this short webinar or workshop, it is to equip ourselves with the basics of affirmations and how to use them for our benefits. Okay, so to begin with, let's see what are affirmations. Rather, before that, let's see why affirmations. Before what it is not, why we need affirmations. Actually, everything we speak is affirmations. And why do we need it? Because if you think about the words we speak on a continuous basis, on an automatic basis, gives our life and ourselves a sense of direction. If the words we are using, the sentences we are using are so-called positive in nature, that gives us positive vibes or helps us in maintaining the positive vibrations. And obviously, if the words we are using, the sentences we are using, has the so-called negative words, then it will automatically bring us down and we'll be feeling low on vibrations. So that's the reason we have this concept now coming up and used very much by almost everyone, the concept of affirmation, the practice of affirmation. And what do we do in that? Let's see. So now when we know why affirmations, it is like the feel good factor, the way we talk to ourselves also, and the way we talk to others, right? So let's move on to what are affirmations. Now, you may say that affirmation is like a specific thing written in a specific way and very, customized. Yes, that's also true. But think for a while and you will realize that everything we say is an affirmation. I'm always late is an affirmation. Why only bad happens to me? Why only me? Is an affirmation. I'm a happy-go-lucky person is an affirmation. I'm always on time and I always get what I want is also an affirmation. Right? Let it sink in if you are, kind of new to this or there is any bulb on moment. So anything that we say frequently to others in a form of dialogues or to our own self in a form of self-talk is actually an affirmation, both positive and the so-called negative also. And very soon it becomes a habit. And because it becomes a habit, we repeat it more often. And the more we repeat, the more it becomes true. And the more it becomes true, the more we repeat. And yes, guessed it right. We get into a vicious circle. We become wired. So is there any way, if you are thinking that, is there any way to cut this wiring or de-wire? Okay, so good thinking. Cutting this wiring is not possible because we are wired. But changing this wiring or shifting this wiring is very much possible. And in this today's session, we are going to see how do we change it. Okay, so you may also have a question. Why do we repeat things? Why can't I think every time in a new light and take the decision newly? Because it is not humanly possible. We as humans have so many thoughts per day, like 50 to 60,000. And so many thoughts we just ignore. And the number of decisions we have to make makes us burnt out. Maximum 5 to 7 decisions is enough for us. At the end of the day, we feel really tired. Okay? That is the reason we as human have understood and adapted the nature of automation or automatic wiring, because we cannot keep on thinking everything every time newly. So the affirmations helps in doing the thing what we are doing automatically, and whatever we can be aware of and pick up what are the negative things we are telling to ourselves, mainly to ourselves and to others also, will eventually help us to automate and bring off more of positivity in the way we speak in our default affirmations. So that was about what are affirmations and how it is wired and how we can change the wiring. So now let's proceed and see how to create affirmations. So affirmations, when we have to create or when we are creating or writing our affirmations, it needs to be in simple language. Does it always have to be English? No. It needs to be, or it must be the language that you speak to yourself, that you pray to the universe, that you usually think in the language. The affirmation what we create must be in present tense. It, of course, could be positive words. And when we create, we must try as much as possible to read it aloud or to speak aloud and to feel them as well. Of course, initially it may not sound true, whatever affirmations we are creating, but eventually that will happen. We will be able to connect with it, resonate with it, and feel it as well. Now, affirmations could be broadly classified into 3 ways, as my coach has taught us. So, what are these 3 ways? First is something known as maintenance affirmation. It is like what we already have, that also let's include in our affirmation when we are practicing, so that we are acknowledging, we are expressing gratitude to what we already have. For example, I have a healthy body. This is an affirmation, and as multiple times I say that, I am affirming to myself that I have a healthy body. Just a quick example. The second type of affirmation could be the reality I want to create. For example, I am say X kgs of weight, my body, and I want to reduce it by 5 kgs, say from 65 to 60. So I can create an affirmation. I'm happy now that I have a body which is weighing 65 kgs. So that would be the reality, the thing I want to make it real. And I would write it into simple language and in present tense. The third type of affirmation could be action oriented. Taking the same example ahead, what would be action oriented affirmation? It could be, I like to exercise on a daily basis. I do yoga or pranayam at least 15 minutes every day. So this is like what I'm already doing. I may not be doing right now, but as a affirmation when I create, this would be the example, or this is how we will create action affirmations also. Now, why it is required for all the 3 affirmations for a good set of affirmation would be something what is already true for me, I'm acknowledging. Something I would desire, I want to go in that direction and achieve it. That would be the second type where I'm saying what I want, what I am creating as my reality today. And the third one, how am I going to reach there? Or what am I doing? What I can see myself doing, which will tell me that yes, I am in my right direction. That would be the action affirmations. And affirmation, the beauty of it is everything we say is an affirmation, and we must create in all the important areas of our lives, which includes health, relationship with others, relationship with our own self, career, the work we are into, the business or the job we are into, finances, Maybe you can also include travel affirmations where you want to travel if that is your passion. You want to have like something like a sports, you are very liking the sports, a particular one, and you want to do something over there. You want to go trekking or something like that. That is also an affirmation. Like, how do you feel when you complete that? How do you feel on the journey when you're preparing for that, actually when you're doing it, right? So this is how we will create affirmation. Now let's see some quick examples of affirmation. Let me start with my favorite, which is affirmation for self. One of them could be, I accept myself the way I am, right? And I feel it. Now, if you have noticed, as soon as I started with this affirmation, my right hand automatically went on my heart. So that is also a beautiful factor we can include while we practice our affirmation, while we see our affirmation is action. Remember when we were like in the kindergarten or first or second grades, the poems we used to say, right? All full of actions. And these actions, the body movements, instill those words, that rhythm, that lyrics, or the way we sing or the way we speak. It, just brings everything along and it helps us to feel that. So let's do one thing quickly. These few affirmations, let's practice right away and see how it feels. There are just three affirmations I will take as an example right now. And let's practice each of these three times. Okay. So the first one, yes, do along with me. You may be feeling little crazy, but it is worth it to see how you feel just within these 3 to 4 minutes after this. Okay. So yes, write it on your heart and say, you can even close your eyes for that matter right now. I accept myself the way I am. I accept myself the way I am. I accept myself the way I am. Huh. How do you feel? Okay, let's go for the second one. It is, I love myself and I always do the best possible for me in that moment. Okay, you might see that my eyes are going little up and down because I also have a set of points ready for this, session so that I do not miss out on anything. So I'm referring time and again, I'm referring to that also. Okay, so that's the reason you might feel that I'm looking sometimes at you, sometimes somewhere else. Okay, so let me continue. The second one. I love myself and I do the best possible for me at that point of time. I love myself and I always do the best possible for me at that time. I love myself and I always do the best possible for me at that time. How do you feel? Okay, let's go for the third one. That is one of my favorite. Okay, it starts like this. Now, this is my left and this is my right. I'm telling you why I'm doing this. The past is gone. Okay, the left, the past is gone. The future is far. I enjoy my present because it is my present. How do you feel? Two more times. The past is gone. The future is far. I enjoy my present because it is my present. Third time. The past is gone. The future is far. I enjoy my present because it is my present. Tell me, how do you feel? It may seem crazy and little childish, but why not if it is working for us? I'm sure if you have done along with me, if not, and you're doing this on a recording, go back and do it with me or do it yourself and see the difference instantly. This is very much required for me to tell you, to share with you how easy this tool is, this technique is, and how effective it is at the same time. Because simple things are profound, right? So let me quickly move on to some more examples. Now that let me go a little quickly. Let's say take some examples on affirmations for money. I am a money magnet. I'm grateful to money for always being with me more than I ever need. Let me repeat that. I'm grateful to money for always being with me more than I ever need. I love money and money loves me. How about that? I love money and money loves me. I'm comfortable with receiving big money. I'm comfortable earning big money. Right? So these are some of the affirmation agents just as examples, how we can do it. Of course, I have not classified as the three types of maintenance, the desire and the action, but these are just examples to let you know, give you a flavor or how it would be. Let's see some examples for health. I have a healthy body and sound mind, because mind and body are part of the same system. So I've included both in this affirmation. This kind would be a maintenance affirmation for most of us, which is I have a healthy body and a sound mind. The next one would be I weigh dash kgs and I'm fit and strong. This also could be a maintenance or a goal affirmation. Say, for example, I am 70 right now. I want to reduce to 60 or maybe 65. I'll say I weigh 65 kgs and I'm fit and strong. I love exercising for 20 minutes daily. I love doing yoga 20 minutes daily basis. This one is the action affirmations. Let's see some of the affirmations for career. First one, I love the work I do and I enjoy it every day. I love the work I do and I enjoy it every day. Now it is very case to case basis. For some of us, it could be the goal. For some, the maintenance also. Next one, I work with the bosses. Sorry, I work with the best bosses and learn from them continuously. I work with best bosses and learn from them continuously. The third example, my work is appreciated in form of promotion, bonus, rewards. This would be generally a desire one, the one you want to make it a reality, so that even if you have been getting the promotion, bonus, and rewards, you can do again for the next one, the next set. So these were some of the examples, and almost like reaching to the end of this. Thank you for being, watching with me till here, being with me till here. So why do we need affirmations, for example? How will I know that what affirmations do I create? This purposely I have kept it after everything because I wanted you to keep thinking or come up with why affirmations at the first level. So when we set goals, we know we already have a direction. And affirmations, when created or written in that particular direction, would be very helpful for us to reach there. And at times it serves as a wonderful reminder. So when we speak about goals, generally we, create the goals or set resolutions in the month of January. And by April, most of the goals we have forgotten, keep aside taking the consistent actions on those goals. How many of you have been there, or you can, oh yeah, you can relate to it now. So that's when the importance of practicing something on a daily basis comes into picture. It is always not about learning the new things. Of course, it may be important, but it is more important to practice what you already know. Like if you have done the goal setting, how about taking actions and looking at what all I can practice, I can do such that I achieve those goals faster. So why do we need goals? Actually, I personally do not feel that uh, goals are set only to achieve them. That is a natural outcome, I would say, for me. Because goals, when I set, it just gives me a direction to go and achieve what I want to achieve. And the beautiful part is the person I become on the journey of achieving that goal, because goal as a project, it's like having a start date and an end date. What after that? But when I say that goal is just a direction, and whatever practices I'm doing, the person I'm becoming, the skills I'm acquiring is for lifetime. So this and little more about how to set goals, how not to set goals, how to fine tune, how to break them into doable tasks is what you would be, seeing in the next video about goal setting. So now, hope things are clear. You may have some queries. Try and just review. I'm sure you'll be able to answer those queries for yourself. And if at all you need my assistance, feel free to write it to me or connect me on WhatsApp. Okay, so this is all about. Thank you so much for your participation. And I'm sure few things you would have picked up. Also, in the coming journey of 30 days, we are going to practice affirmation in a little different crazy format, which I'm not including over here because I do not, I just gave you a glimpse of how crazy, these practices could be, which are equally effective. But some of the practices I would like to do, like to hold your hand when you are doing, probably for the first time or even as a practice, along with me when you are there in front of me in the video form at least, in the live sessions of Zoom. So, yes, we will dig deep into affirmations in the 30 days journey and for the goal setting. See you in the next video, the live of which will be happening on after 2 days of this, that is on 28th of April, Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Thank you and see you. Bye.